have this dream, and it is a long one. It's a long one, and it's a trigger warning of ritual abuse. So I'm just gonna throw this out there, and Holy Spirit will lead it to who needs to be led to it. And I pray that His revelation, understanding will be given to who it needs to be given to, and those who would come at this video in a way that Holy Spirit would not want them to come at it will be removed one way or another, and that the truth of what is being laid out will be laid out to those who it needs to be laid out to. And I pray for your protection and guidance, Holy Mixed Spirit. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. I had this dream, and the dream flips between first person and like I'm the person in the dream, and then I'm the person watching the dream. And it's very important to pay attention to your dreams, FYI. So I'm not casting this off as folly, because it's not. I'm the person in the dream. Like I see my friends. I'm like a college student. Like it's sort of like I'm a college student, but at the same time, I don't specifically remember a school, but I feel like the atmosphere, the culture of being a college student was valid in this dream. So I'm a college student, and I have all these friends, and then like she is super talented, and she's a great singer, she's beautiful, great body, like on surface level she has it all. Like she is the girl. And I want to say, and when I say that, I'm saying like past and future events in a dream lead up to this summary, but I don't have as clear a memory of this part of the dream. So I want to say, I forgot. my daughter distracted me, but I'm hungry, Mom. I think I remember where I left off. I want to say she was looking to have a career in the music industry, but overall she was just happy with life, had a lot of friends, beautiful, smart, just she had everything going for her. And I think it's also important to know she was like blonde hair. I can't remember if it was blue or brown eyes, but it was like golden blonde hair, decent sized boobs, like 5'6", like these things, like I knew, like she was a little above average in height, more than above average, aesthetically appealing, had lots of friends, very charming, sweet, very sweet. I was giving like, the vibe was given hometown, like country girl vibes, and she played guitar, like all of these things I just knew in the dream were about me / the person. And one day it was like a school concert being held, and Jay-Z came and Beyonce was there, and it was like they met with me, the girl, and like they liked what they saw, and they invited me, I guess, to come back to another concert. They invited me somewhere, but in the shadows of it all, it was like behind the scenes, Jay-Z himself invited me to come to his hotel for illicit activities. And there was like a moral dilemma. Like I was like, but you're married. And it's like, as a young naive girl that I was in the dream, I went to tell my friends about this, and I was just like, yeah, this is what happened. This is what he said. Like, is this a good idea? Like, very naive, it's giving college girls. Like, and the friends are just like blatantly like, no. Like, don't do it. Are you crazy? Like, he's married. Don't. And then like I was convinced, like, you're right, that was very stupid of me, that's not a good idea. But we had hit it off as like a familiar, like people to people, that I felt it would be nice of me to not at least let him down in person. So I made it my decision. I was going to tell him no, but I was going to tell him no in person. Like, I wasn't going to flake on him, because this might be a good connection later on down the road or something like that. Like, I didn't want to burn the bridge, even though I didn't want to be in illicit activities with him. So I went to what looked like a college dorm. I went over there with the intentions of just telling him, breaking it down to him in person. And when he opened the door, I was in the middle of explaining, like, I can't do that. You have a wife. I can't do that to you. And he seemed mildly disinterested, mildly like surprised, like, oh, like, really, you were turning me down? Like, he didn't like say anything. And before he even said anything, he was in the middle of a like I was in the middle of explaining that I wasn't going to do it, and he was receiving the information. Like, he was sitting on the bed receiving the information. I was at the door, and I didn't even get to finish saying what I was going to say. Like, out of another door, Beyonce comes out, and she's mad, and she's like frustrated. And the irony is, she's mad that I didn't follow through with what I was going to follow through with. And, like, you know, you have a flash thought. I was thinking, oh no, I'm caught saying all these things, and that's his wife. And while I'm thinking that, she's just like, oh, it's too bad you said no, but now you have no choice. And I'm just like, I'm stunned. Like, wait, like, you wanted this to happen? And she looks so mean and not, she looks scary. And next thing, and I know I'm smiling because this is just me. Nervous or not, I'm going to be a smiley person. But what I'm talking about is really heavy. She pretty much, she slapped me, and then she held me down. And I say me, but also what it really is this, the girl that I have her perspective. And she and him, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, came out of nowhere, and a few other celebrities. I don't remember the others, but their faces stuck out for me. And then there's another one, you know, and Taylor Swift. They all came out of like the woodwork. Like, everybody was hiding in the room. Like, they were waiting for me to say yes, so that, I don't know, like, it was like a group thing that me agreeing to do this affair I would have joined the group. But because I said no, like, it pissed them off. But either way, I had no choice. Because I was there, it was like I agreed by showing up. So I was still going to be forced to join the group. And they pretty much held me down there, and the affair happened anyways. But it wasn't just with him, you know, like, they pretty much, it was a sexual abuse. And, you know, I was taken out of the body when that happened, and it also was a beat down. And then I had the awareness that they put her into a cage, and she was there getting on and off tortured for a long time, like an undisclosed amount of time. And it was at least a few weeks. And during that time, I had the awareness that her friends were looking for her. They were looking for her, and they were confused, because it was like, you know, it was like she had things to do, and she had meetings, and she had a boyfriend, and everybody was confused why she was gone. And even her parents were just like, where she was. There wasn't enough like enough hubbub about where she was, like, why was she gone. But there was enough that people were just like, this isn't normal of her to just disappear, so where is she? And even like this boyfriend guy, he had the suspicion that I know where she said she was gonna go, and I think I know who took her, or at least who should know where she was last. And he went to the same dorm place, and like, he met with like Jay-Z, and he's just like, have you seen her? And he lied, and he's like, I've never seen her. He's like, but she said she was going to come here. And he's like, well, haven't seen her. And while that conversation was happening, I had the dream understanding that she was in the cage close enough to hear the conversation, and was like screaming and calling for her friend, to hear her, to rescue her. And she's down, like she's in a cage, dirty, like she can't leave that cage, and she's being tortured day in, day out in that cage. And she's screaming for her friend. Like, she's close enough to hear the conversation, but her friend can't hear her. And he doesn't want to leave because he feels like he knows something is up, but he doesn't have enough evidence to move, like to search. Like, he's just a college kid, and nobody else wants to believe him because he doesn't have enough evidence. But he's just like, something's not right here. Like, that's where she said she was going, but I don't. Anyway, fast forward to the dream, and she finally emerges. Like, she is on the scene again, but she looks completely different. Like, she has surgery. She has like fillers in her lips. Her cheeks are chunkier from whatever they put in cheeks. Even her hair is not as like, it doesn't have that body and movement anymore. It's like stringy, and it's like straight, but also like a lot of it, like a lot of extensions to make it look glamorous, but it's not the same as what her natural hair was looking like. And she didn't even really remember her friends. Like, she couldn't connect with them. Like, she was having like a show, like a concert, and they went there, and they were like trying to get her attention, and she's just like, and then like the dream changed to a scene where they were actually one-on-one with her, and they were just like, don't you remember us? And she's just like, I don't know you. And her, not just her physical appearance changed, like her demeanor, like she was mad. Like, she's mad at the world. She, like dull, dead eyes, and she was just a like very sour personality. Like, it was no longer charming. And even her voice, like, it had this like warmth to it before, but now it was just generic and very average pop star voice. And the friends were talking to her about all of these changes, and she's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been this way. This is me. And there was this knowing, like they couldn't change what is before them. Like, she's forever different now, and they probably can't even get the same friend back. Like, in the dream, like, that's what they were all thinking. Like, I think our friend's gone forever, and I think that meeting she had is what sparked it. But they had no evidence, just the fact that the person before them is not who they knew her to be. And there was like a further awareness in the dream that she's going to continue her music career. And yeah, essentially that's the dream.